I know it's been a minute since I've posted a video. The 420 has been going through some surgery lately with the 60% gear reduction. Had some hiccups along the way. Haven't been riding it because it has been leaking in a certain spot on the bottom of the engine block. So I haven't really been riding it, but I figured I'd give y'all a video to update y'all what's going on, because it has been, I don't think I've ever gone this long without posting a video. I think it's a little over 3 weeks now, maybe more than that, but thought I'd update y'all and let y'all know what's been going on with it. But here she is, as you can see. I've been riding around a little bit. I got a few clips of the new gear reduction in it. I'll throw one up right now. So when we did the gear reduction, we planned on putting 500 clutches in it too. But when we went to go put them in, I didn't order a back plate for the new clutches to like sit in, because the Foremans have more, I don't know what you would call them. They have 6 of them compared to the Ranchers only got 4 of them. So I didn't get to get those in, unfortunately. So we just put the old clutches back in, and it turns them, these tires, pretty well, even with the 420 clutches. But I heard a lot of people saying that the 500 clutches definitely make a pretty big difference. So we're gonna see. I'm just waiting on those parts. That's why I haven't been uploading or even riding, really. Kind of sucks. They're like a month out. One of them's on back order, so who knows when I'll get that. But thought I'd bring y'all a video right now so y'all know what's been going on. I know I've been getting a lot of questions on the gear reduction install video. It's all on my computer. I have it already edited and ready to go, but I need to get y'all some riding footage so y'all can see the difference. I'm going to tell you what, it the difference is definitely there. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, as of right now, I'm just chilling. Let me see if I can, I don't know if y'all can see down there. Let's see if I can get y'all to see where it's leaking at. Rain from this other hurricane, but as you can see, all that's wet because it's been leaking. It's only getting worse. It used to not be this bad, but now it's leaving puddles in the garage. So we definitely got to get that fixed. But that's where it's leaking at. So my review on the bike as a whole, I love this bike. I've had it for 7 years. I bought it new in 2014. It's been through a lot of setups. So the first setup I ever had on this bike was 27-inch mud lights. Then I had 28-inch Mega Mayhems. I think there were 9 in the fronts and then 11s in the back, I believe. And that's when I knew I needed a gear reduction. So I went with the 35 thinking, okay, this is probably gonna satisfy me. I don't need to go any bigger than the 28-inch Mega Mayhems. But as you can see, we definitely stepped it up. Then I went to 31-inch Outlaws, and it did perfect with 35% with the 31-inch OG Outlaws. And then after that, I stepped it up to a 29.5-inch. Well, I say stepped it up, but I went to a 29.5-inch Assassinator, as y'all remember. That's probably one of them for deep water riding. If that's what you want to do, just deep water ride, 29.5 is definitely the way to go on Assassinators. The 32s, they float quite a bit. I say quite a bit. It's definitely manageable, but they definitely float a lot more than the 29.5s. But these things are a monster in the mud because they give you just that right amount of flotation for you to not stick to the bottom, but like give just enough that you can float out of some of the holes if you need to. And it's a lot easier to work this bike because they don't freaking stay to the bottom like the 29.5s. But yeah, that's when I knew, all right, because with the 32s, the 35% gear reduction really wasn't having it. It just could not turn these tires in pretty thick mud, which I like to ride thick mud a lot. As y'all, if you follow me on Instagram, you definitely see that I ride a lot of thick mud. So I got with the 60%. I shot Reduction Boss a message and said, do I need to get a 60 or an 80? Told me a 60 would be just fine. So I put it in, turns these tires phenomenally. Although it did bog a little bit in that video y'all have already seen. I'll throw it right back up right now. But other than that, I've brought it all back here by my house, all back there. It does not hesitate at all. What all have I done to the bike? For anybody new, this is a 2014 Rancher 4x4 electric shift. I know a lot of people always ask me about that. I've never had a problem with it, except for one time with the shift sensor on the back of the motor, I believe. It used to stick a lot, but we just got that replaced right, I don't know if you can see that right there by the output shaft right there. Now it shifts just fine. Well, I say that now. With the new gear reduction, it does not want to shift, even with the module that Reduction Boss gave me. It shifts fine going up into gears, but anything, it's saying I'm going like 60 miles an hour when I'm going like 10, which is kind of hilarious, but I'm not really sure how to use that module. It's on there right now. I just haven't really fooled with it because I haven't really been riding it. But other than that, the gear reduction, it's actually a lot quieter than the 35%, which is actually really surprising. It's almost like it's not even there, which I freaking love. So also I got a Mud Shark rad relocate on this. Just a low profile. I got the custom engraved FTMike on the side, on both sides. I got a high lifter snorkel kit right here that I guess you can say modified to make it just a little bit taller. But that's definitely going to be getting changed pretty soon. I'm thinking we're going to have to run a center snorkel here. I think I might go just as high. I just don't want it to be like, I just don't want it to look bad in the videos. I know some of them look pretty good. Like right here, just up like right here, kind of like at an angle, but I'd rather mine just be straight up. but I just don't want it to, like I said, interfere with the video quality and look kind of goofy. But I don't think it should. I mean, if it does, we can always just switch back. I got Rigid Industries lighting on here. I love these. Never had a problem with them. They've been underwater who knows how many times. Never had one issue with those. Got a Pelican 1050 dry box. You can get that at Academy. My buddy Jacob got that for me for my birthday. Appreciate it, Jacob. Shout out to you. He's also helped me with putting the gear reduction in. Well, we got it in, it just haven't got it sealed up. But other than that, it's in there. We're definitely gonna be getting that fixed once the new parts come in, and this thing's really gonna be turning these tires. I really wanted to get a little comparison of how much difference the Foreman clutching makes compared to the 420s. I also got a 2-inch bracket lift on here, high lifter. Somewhere up in that mess. Let's see if I can. Yeah, right there. Also got it in the back. I thought about taking it out of the back, because I know a lot of people say that this angle isn't really good for it with the 2-inch, but I've never had an issue with it. I had it on here for 7 years. But I feel like if I take it off, the tires are going to be sitting basically on this plastic. So I think I'm just going to leave it. Especially when you go in reverse, as y'all know, they like to squat when you go in reverse. It's just going to rub up on my plastics, and I'd rather not deal with that headache. Also, if you have not got your mud strap or have a mud strap, make sure you go get one. Full Send mud straps on YouTube or Instagram. Hit up my boy. He will get you hooked up. I'm actually getting a new one pretty soon, a more, I guess you could say, updated version. We're gonna have it color matched to the green on the bike, even though I like the black a lot. I feel like if we just, everything's gotta, you know, gotta match. The black does match though, but I feel like we're just gonna switch it up. Got my little logo on there. Don't know how this happened. I cracked my plastic. Not really sure how I did it, but I think it was at Tower Tracks. But it hasn't ran or anything. It just kind of sucks. Got the Instagram right here. Make sure if y'all are not following it, make sure to go follow it. That's where I update. That's where you're gonna get the most updated updates of what's going on. I got a MudBandit mud strap on here. Make sure y'all go get one if you have not already. Use my discount code. I'll put it up right here. Also, I get a lot of questions about this big gun exhaust. I don't really know how long I've had it on here. I think it's like getting close to 2 years now. Or no, yeah, I think it is. Might be a little over 2 years. No complaints with it. Absolutely love it. Not everybody loves it because it is kind of loud, but I also got the optimizer on here, and that's tucked up under here. Got the ODI grips on here too. Absolutely love those. I just wish they came a little longer. I know these are the longer ones that they make. I ordered the shorter ones. They were just not gonna, no, they just wasn't gonna happen. But with these, I wish they were just a little bit longer, but other than that, I love them. Also have a worn 3,000 pound winch. Had that on here for about 6 years. Never had an issue with it. I could tell everybody, do not cheap out on winches. They will save you in very crucial decisions, especially if you like to ride by yourself. That thing has never let me down, never stopped once. Absolutely love it. Will always stay with Warren. You pay, the prices are very expensive for them, but they definitely are worth it in the long run. And also, if you're looking for a gear reduction, be sure to hit up Reduction Boss. Only the best in my opinion. He doesn't weld them anymore, which is awesome, even though I never had a problem with my welded one. My 35 was welded, but the new ones are all one piece. Absolutely love that. Also got the Chaos off-road headlights on here. Absolutely killer. Very cheap price compared to the competitors. Not saying there's nothing wrong with the other ones, but these are just, if you're on a budget, these are the ones to get. Never had water in them. This thing's been underwater countless times. Now I will say, I ripped them out a few times. This one came completely out, but nothing with a little liquid plastic and some screws. It'll get them right back in there. Never had an issue since. The problem is with these big tires, when I come down on a wheelie, it slams and catches right here. And one thing leads to another, and out comes the headlight. But other than that, I think I also get a lot of questions asked of how many hours are on this thing. Let me see for y'all. Got a little over 2,059 miles. Those are hard miles, by the way. And 500 and almost 38 hours on there. I've never had a top end rebuild on there or anything really to this bike, except for the general maintenance, ball joints, ball bearings. I've been through 2 axles, been through 1 rear diff with these tires, not these tires, with the, I think it was the Outlaws when I went to the 29.5-inch Assassinators, and that's when the rear diff went out. But then once the front axle went out, I think it was this front left one, I was like, all right, we're selling the 29.5s, and obviously had to step it up to a 32. What's the right decision? I don't know, maybe not. I know a lot of people like the Assassinators, a lot of them don't. Honestly, I think the 32 is a whole different ball game, like I said, than the 29.5, because you get a little bit more flotation out of them. And I've never had a tire that pulled this hard as an Assassinator, in my opinion. So other than that, would I buy another Rancher, or would I go to a Rubicon Foreman? I think I'd get another Rancher. You may be asking yourself, well, why? There's just something about them. I don't know what it is. They just seem so, what's the word? They just seem so snappy. They just get up and go, I don't know, I guess I feel like a lot quicker than the other ones, because the Rubicons and the Foremans are a little bit heavier. Not much, just a little bit. And also with the Rubicons, you get the IRS, which is sometimes I do wish I had IRS, but at the same time, I probably wouldn't be able to keep axles in an IRS the way I ride. Also with the diff lock, I do wish I had diff lock, definitely, but nothing this little front brake can't do. Been through countless numbers of brake pads, but so people ask what's the next upgrade on the bike. I think the only thing I can really think of is center snorkel in it, just to change it up, the look of it, make it look a little bit more cleaner. And then maybe arched A-arms, maybe, but I'm not really sure. I don't think that's really going to make that big of a difference, especially on a straight axle, but we'll see. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, what you think about the bike as a whole. Would you buy a Rancher? If you have any more questions about the bike that I didn't go over, please leave them down below. Glad to answer your questions. No, it is not for sale. I get asked that all the time. I also get asked, will I ever get a different tire? If anything, I'd probably go to an Aztec. I just feel like those tires, I've heard a lot of good things about them. Or I may go to a 34-inch Assassinator if I really feel like going all out, but I doubt I'm going to do that, because I don't feel like doing a stretch kit and chopping up my front floorboard mounts just to fit a 2-inch bigger tire. It just doesn't really seem logical to me. But other than that, that's really going to be about it. Be sure to follow the Instagram for updates on when we're putting the new clutching in and get that leaks fixed, so I can actually start riding again and not just putt around the house and leave puddles in the garage. But other than that, thank y'all for watching. Be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. Check out the TikTok too. I post a lot of funny things on there. I'm starting to post some funny things. Let me know what y'all think about that. And I appreciate y'all.